this is the Provoked Prawn, and here I'm comparing the Logitech G502 X Plus with the SteelSeries Aerox 5 wireless. Now these are two of my favourite wireless mice, and I'm going to talk to you about the differences between them, what I like and don't like, and more. I'll also link in the description to the review videos where I went into more depth and covered things like the software and other highlights. But here I'm going to show you some of the interesting things about both of them. Now you'll see obviously they're both quite a bit different in terms of the looks, the ergonomics, and the features, as well as the specifications. The Logitech G502 X Plus is upgraded now with optical-mechanical switches, but still has that classic free spin wheel. It also has USB-C charging, RGB lighting, and more, and is available in different colors. Obviously, you can see the white one here, which is quite striking. The Aerox 5 wireless is also a fantastic mouse. One of my favorites, in fact, for a number of different reasons. It sports all sorts of interesting things, including Quantum 2.0 wireless connectivity, Bluetooth 5.0, also has USB-C charging. It's also IP54 rated to protect it from dust and dirt ingress, so you don't need to worry about the shell. Obviously, the design there means that it can be ultra lightweight, coming at around 74 grams, and it has a USB-C dongle with this additional adapter included in the box in case you don't have a USB-C port on your PC. Now, specs-wise, they're interesting because the Logitech mouse goes up to 25,600 DPI, 40 Gs of acceleration, 400 IPS, but it has 13 programmable buttons. Now, you see, if you flip it over on the underside, there's a switch to turn it on and off, as well as a little housing for the dongle. But one thing you will notice is there's no Bluetooth button there, so you can't actually use Bluetooth with this mouse. It only has the wireless connectivity there, so that's worth bearing in mind. But it does have 13 programmable buttons, up to 120 hours of battery life. You can see a significant difference in the weight there, with 105 grams on the Logitech mouse, and as I said, 74 with the SteelSeries. So if you're after something that's light and large and packed full of goodness, then the Aerox 5 wireless is a great choice in my mind. It's only got 9 buttons by comparison to the Logitech mouse, and the buttons are a little bit weird, with one that flicks up from below, which we'll see some of in a minute. A bit strange, but the G502 X Plus does continue the tradition of the G502 lineup by allowing you to use it with the power play system. So yes, it has the USB-C charging and 120 hours of battery life when not using the RGB, but it also works with this power play mat, which essentially allows for constant power through the mouse mat. This is an additional purchase, but it does mean that you never need to plug the mouse in, theoretically, which is pretty awesome. Now you have a mass of buttons available on this mouse, and you can customize them as well, not only at software level, but at hardware level. So, for example, this little front button here, which is basically a DPI button, where you press and hold it and you drop into a lower DPI. You can turn it around and change the direction of it, or you can cover it over with that cap that you just saw. So nice, easy customization there for that button. And you also have a variety of other ones within reach. Other highlights include DPI up and down buttons you can see here, which obviously you can change in the software if you want to. And you'll see a little LED indicator on the front to let you know what DPI level you're at. And that'll also let you know when the mouse is running low on charge, so you have some indication before you suddenly run out of power. Now, the Aerox 5 has an interesting shape and body design to it. You'll see it doesn't have a thumb rest like the Logitech mouse, but it does have a nice ergonomic dip on the side and access to that button on the front, which is more like a paddle, and it has a very subtle design to it. The clicks are also quite a bit quieter than the Logitech, and the mouse wheel is significantly quieter too. Now, you do have this very strange button at the top, which is like a flick up and down switch that goes just above those side thumb buttons. I thought that was a bit weird, frankly. In my review, I said it was a bit odd that you have to sort of push it up and down. It's not intuitive, it's very unusual. But overall, I really like this mouse for its comfort and the way it fits and pushes up into the palm, the easy access to the side buttons, and the overall things. It has fast charging capabilities, for example, so even when you are running low on battery, you can just plug it in for a little while and get a nice significant boost in charging. However, the battery life wasn't as good as the previous SteelSeries Aerox 3 that I tried out, So that was a bit of a downer, but otherwise fantastic. Now, the Logitech mouse comes with optical-mechanical switches, which are upgraded switches from the previous Logitech devices, and it has a sort of mix of optical and mechanical design, and you can hear a sort of ping from that you'll have heard in the background then, and it gives a really sort of loud, clicky sound. So you've got a balance of both worlds, where you have that click response, but also the good actuation from optical. You will hear that as standard, the mouse wheel is really noisy, but you can then press a button to put it into this free spin mode, where it will just spin and spin and spin. So there's some options there, and also a very satisfying left and right click and good ergonomics. So overall, two fantastic mice for their own sort of highlights and different reasons. Both brilliant. The Aerox 5 is my preference here, but they're both really good options. Be sure to check out the links in the description to the full reviews of both mice to find out more about them.
You've made it right to the end of the video, you brilliant legend you. If you've enjoyed it, click that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and drop me a comment down below if you've got any questions. If you really enjoyed it, consider joining the channel and see the benefits of doing so. Check out these other videos. You might well find them interesting or useful. And most importantly, have a great life.